As a judge, I love talking to competitors, especially those that are new to the sport. Now, I was at a trial recently and I had a lot of great questions. And most of the questions were simply, how can I improve my performance? How can I get a clearer understanding, better communication with my dog? It seems like my dog sometimes is actively searching, sometimes he's not. And I try to answer these questions as best as I can. And many of you have heard me talk about these pods before, the Randy hair pods. And we're going to talk a little bit more about those today because I figured what better way to answer this question than to show you our journey with a new dog. A lot of you know that I recently got a new puppy, and we wanted to show you how from the very first day of training, we can establish clear, non-confused understanding of what really holds value, and that's odor. Now, we decided we've got a puppy. The dog was approximately 4.5, 5 months old when we shot this video. We loaded up the car, drove straight to Nashville to Randy Hare's Alpha Canine Training Center. What you're about to see is our first time working detection. Now, a lot of people will watch these videos and they'll just watch the highlights. Understand, the critical part of this video was the 4 to 6 minutes prior to the middle part that we're going to show you a highlight of. This led to a clear, non-confused detection dog. Now, the remainder of these clips are going to be available on Randy Hare's Patreon, and we are also going to be hosting workshops so we can help you on your journey. Get that dog to understand what truly matters, and that's that odor matters. So I'm going to leave you to this highlight video, and I'll see you shortly.
This is what I was saying before, it's having the dog understand at the hide where the value is. So if it only gets the reinforcement at the hide, then we add value to being at the hide. But if we're going to use food, to have the dog run around and search for food, then we encourage the dog to actually search for food and then get upset when he does it in trial. When you have some kind of a false alert or somebody puts out food as a distraction. But if he understands that everything happens right there at that pod, it has the source in it, and the odor is what helps bring him to that source. Right there, putting the food just out of reach, manipulating the environment. Well, we make sure that everything's going to go right because there's no way he can get reinforced out there where the food is on the perimeter. As you look at it out here, you see? And if I want to start building a little duration, I'll wait, and I'll go close as he goes close, but I'm going to pay him right there at that source until he understands that's the one place he's going to get it. And we got to be careful and use a source, not the source, but a reward that the dog hasn't had before, that he holds great value in. He wants these hot dogs pretty badly. He's never had these hot dogs anywhere else. And he won't ever get those hot dogs unless we're doing this discipline, nose work or detection work in this process. Does that make sense? Then it becomes more of an antecedent where the dog understands when he smells that particular type of hot dog, that's what he's doing. Hi. Then I start bringing in the distractions. Once he's got the point, I'll start making movements, making sounds, doing different things, and I'll start walking away from the food, from the source, and have him draw me back by getting that. There, the hand's closed. He can't get to it. Gets to the source, bam, it's open. There it is again, hands closed. Still has some in it. Can't get it? Yeah, there's one way you do it. Knock on the door. Bam. 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 Once the understanding is established, then you can start raising the bar. Then you start getting complicated with it, but you do it increments, successive approximation, not too much at any one time. He's a puppy. Again, you stick to the elements, you stick to the rules. He never gets that reinforcement doing anything else except for this. The dogs that I have are detection dogs, the tennis balls, they never see that unless we're doing that discipline. Otherwise, I'm creating gray areas. Again, we always want to put him up when he still wants more and pick the food up off the floor. He's not allowed to go get it up off the floor ever, because we don't want to add value somewhere else. I don't want to add value back behind him in some other place. The value is at the source. Then you contrast that with when we first brought the dog in, and you saw that he was a little nervous about where he was. But the environment was still set up right to where he did start experimenting with that we could move. What's important is you don't ever do it for the dog. You let the dog do it.
So a lot of information in that video, folks. Like I said, like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. We are going to be filming more videos at Randy's location. You're going to see several of the videos in the series as we progress with this puppy. Also, like I said earlier, stay tuned for more announcements. Workshops will be coming. There is going to be a Patreon where Randy puts the entire process from start to finish with this dog on his Patreon. Also, if you want to gain a little bit more in-depth understanding of detection dogs in general, you will be able to see how he works professional detection dogs on his Patreon. Obviously, I'm going to be continuing to journey our process. So like and subscribe to both channels, mine and Randy Hair Detection. Make sure you like and subscribe, leave comments below, and we will see you next video.